I'm going to be doing a lot of nonfiction reviews in the next few weeks. I have not been getting any satisfaction from anything I've read that is fiction lately. I tend to not be a patient reader. If something's not working out, done. It's out, gone. That's been my experience. A couple I've read to the end and it was kind of like, why did I do this? So anyway, I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite cookbooks, the Bread Machine Gourmet. This video is part of a collaboration named Thursday BookTube. It's hosted by myself and Life with Patty. Every Thursday we upload videos about books, magazines, bookshelves, bookmarks, whatever you want. And we invite you to do the same. All we really ask you to do is hashtag Thursday BookTube and tag myself and Patty, and we'll get you on the playlist. If for whatever reason you are not on the playlist, let me know, because sometimes I do miss things and they do slip through the YouTube cracks. So I'm looking at making bread again. The weather is still very hot, but I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I find that I have a hard time eating bread and baked goods unless I have done it myself for some reason. So I'm planning to be doing more of that, and I'm going to turn to my trusty bread machine and my favorite book, which is the Bread Machine Gourmet. I actually got this book used many years before, and I have had other bread machine books which are no longer in the house because they weren't any good. The bread wasn't any good. I don't know, it didn't spark my imagination. This book is excellent. I have made multiple things out of this. I've made two different types of bread, just loaf bread, one of which I did a couple days ago, which was this cranberry walnut loaf. I took one of the bread recipes in here, whole wheat bread recipes, and added some orange zest and extra honey, and it is like amazing. I've also made pizza dough. I only make pizza dough from this book. It's the only one I use. And I made focaccia once, and I brought it to a party, and the focaccia was so good. I've never seen anything disappear that quickly. Something about the combination of ingredients. Now, the book advertises itself as simple recipes for extraordinary bread, and I would say that is an accurate description. I'm a big fan of the bread machine. People have different feelings about it. I do not like to knead things. I do have there's a 5-minute bread book that's going around. There's a couple different versions of it. You put a couple of ingredients in a bowl and you knead it once or twice and leave it alone. And the bread has come out great. I have no objections to it, but I like this one better. I think a longer kneading time makes for a better bread, and I do not like to hand knead. I do not use my bread machine to bake ever. I use the dough function only. Now, the bread machine I have right now is called a brisket, and I got it because it was small. It does 1-pound loaves, and it does not have a big footprint in the kitchen. It's a very small footprint. It's about maybe this big by this big, which is perfect. The largest it makes is, I think, a 1-pound loaf, which was also perfect. It is my third bread machine. The first two I got secondhand. They both broke down eventually. This is the first one I bought new, and as I mentioned, I wanted it small. Now, the only thing I have to say about this bread machine, bread making, and it has nothing really to do with the book, but it has a little bit to do with the book, is that I found with a smaller bread machine, I need to change the proportions in this recipe book. These recipes have worked in the other two regular sized bread machines beautifully. They do not work in the small one. The dough turns out very runny and very wet, same proportions. So I am trying two different strategies, either adding a little bit more flour when I get it out and then sort of in the preparing process, or I think what I'm going to do next time is reduce the amount of liquid, because adding more flour tends to dilute the flavor a little bit, because all the other flavors are calibrated for a certain amount of flour. So that's the only thing I'm doing right now with this book, is I'm penciling in my edits for the brisket in here. So anyway, if you are looking for an outstanding bread book, bread machine book, this is the one. It is outstanding. I see a couple more recipes in here I haven't tried yet. I'm going to try. I have a lot of cookbooks, not as many as I used to have, because I give them away if I can't get a lot of leverage out of them. And this one I've made enough things enough times with enough success that's staying. I looked online and it's readily available. So if you're a bread machine lover and you like different types of savory and sweet breads, highly recommend. Thank you so much for watching.